Are you telling me, Marcus, that you didn't burgle any of these properties? You're not going to give us any indication at all that that was you, even though in that video that clearly is you there?
No problem.
When a crime has been committed,
There's only one thing that's meant for.
detectives must first identify a suspect.
A bloody huge zombie knife.
Same clothing, got the same bag.
Same bag.
Can we track them when they leave? How unlucky are we?
Next, they must search for rock-solid evidence.
If I'm here, I'm caught on CCTV. If I step here, it's in a blind spot.
Struck gold. Perfect angle.
The case could hinge on one tiny piece of evidence to get that person off the streets.
Get on the floor now!
Then they must put their case to the test, face to face with a suspect in the interview room.
Criminals are always lying to us. It's just a matter of working out truth from the lies and being able to prove their lies.
You've said you're scared of these people. You're certainly not scared of this
Not
place.
the fact, boss.
There's always two sides to every story. We're here to investigate and build the evidence.
Will the evidence stand or fall? Will the suspect tell the truth? Or will they manage to hide it?
They might be telling you one thing, but their body language is telling you another story. For a jury to convict, it's down to us to prove those offences.
So that is your man.
Well,
This time,
where's all the drugs?
detectives confront three men suspected of committing an unprovoked, violent attack.
You match the description of one of the suspects.
I've had enough of these stupid questions, to be honest with you. Sure, go home.
Norfolk Police. Go ahead.
Hello. We just had some odd was come in, smashed our door in, hit my husband over the head with a crowbar 3 times. He's bleeding from his mouth. And, yeah, we're really scared.
Okay, who is this? Who's coming to your house?
My husband just heard someone at the door.
Okay, and how many people came into your house then?
3 of them.
3?
They all came in, all with weapons. Really scared.
We're coming as fast as we can, all right?
Thank you.
You say your husband is bleeding from the head, is he?
Bleeding from the head, he's got a massive bump where they hit him. So he's got blood coming out of his mouth as well.
We'll get an ambulance coming as well,
Thank
okay?
you. My other son did get punched in the face, but it really hurts. He said the pain's horrible.
So did they say anything when they came to the door?
Where are the drugs?
And you've got absolutely no idea who these people are, yeah?
No.
Multiple units search for the three suspects before they flee the area,
We'll start searching through the estate.
whilst other officers attend to the victims, a family who are all asleep, except for Dad, Simon.
They jumped the wall, said straight away, where are the drugs? And then he came out and he clouted me over the head with a baseball bat. And I tried to fight him off, but I think he hit me again. I came in here and got a crowbar that was laying about.
Okay.
And I managed to hit him on the arm with it, but
Yeah.
then 3 of them rushed me.
Did you recognise them at all?
No, we didn't.
Do you think they knew you? Did you
I
get the impression that they
wouldn't
did?
have thought so.
Woken by screams, the family came downstairs. The attackers then assaulted Simon's son, and his daughter was grabbed by one of the males.
They were violent, really violent. These are all too scared to go to sleep now.
A vicious onslaught, all caught on the family's home CCTV.
Where's the drugs? Where's all the drugs? Where's all the drugs?
And then look at this.
Where's all the drugs? Where's the drugs, Willie?
They look like they're on drugs themselves, I think. That's crazy.
Armed with dangerous weapons, the police need to get the suspects off the streets before they attack again.
They might not have used the car at all. No. They might just be local.
A county-wide manhunt is immediately triggered.
Well, the good thing is we've got people out there looking, so don't worry.
12 hours after the attack, there's been no sign of the violent offenders.
Would you like a cup of tea?
I'll have coffee, please, mate.
Detective Simon Hawkins is heading up the investigation.
Burglaries of any nature are personal and impactful on victims. Your home is where you're supposed to feel safest, and that's been violated and taken away from them, and that can have long-lasting consequences and trauma. Okay, so this job is an aggravated burglary where 3 suspects have turned up at the scene and sort of smashed their way through the front door. Okay. So luckily we've got some CCTV at the location. So this should be the first clip.
Where's some drugs? Where's some drugs?
Okay, so there's a clear motivation there, isn't there?
Yeah, lots of references to where are the drugs throughout.
Where's all the drugs? Where's the drugs, and we're in?
So this is another female from the address.
Where's all the drugs?
It's certainly a targeted burglary. They've gone there with a view to obtain some drugs.
Yeah.
Have we got any links to drugs or any of the occupants known for that at the moment?
Nothing that's been raised.
I mean, none of them at any point say a name. It would indicate they know one another.
No.
So, I mean, it could be a case of that they've got the wrong address.
The attack appears to be a horrific case of mistaken identity. And one suspect has made another fatal error.
So on the footage, one of the males hasn't got his face covered, so we get a good shot of him and his clothing. The other 2 are wearing gloves and have got their faces pretty covered.
So I think if we can focus on him and we can work out who he is, we can then look at his profile and see who his associates are. That's probably going to be how we get into the other ones. Has that image been circulated, do you know?
It's been circulated round. Just need to get a name.
Yeah.
Okay, we're happy with the plan.
Sounds good, mate. So an aggravated burglary is a really serious violent offence, and it's going to carry a sentence of at least 10+ years. The incident would have been terrifying for the victims. So in an investigation like this, every minute counts. We really want to get hold of these people as soon as we can. The longer they're outstanding, the longer they have to be able to dispose of things and come up with various alibis.
When the image of the unmasked suspect circulates around CID,
They've ID'd his girlfriend, your placement CCTV.
Oh yeah, I've just got it as well.
it's not long before there's a positive hit.
What we got?
They've given us a potential name from a Facebook account, and
Okay.
Mike was looking into that and thinks it might come back to Aaron McIntosh. So this is his latest custody photo.
When was that taken?
That is 4 years ago,
Okay,
3.5 years ago.
Yeah. I'm looking visually. Obviously, I've never met him, but that looks like that's a good bet for who that likely is.
So this is our first suspect. He's been identified as Aaron McIntosh from the CCTV at the scene, and he is known to the police. He has been involved in some handling of stolen goods and possession of weapons previously, although nothing as serious as this and nothing that's come to our attention in the last couple of years.
Aaron McIntosh may be suspect number 1.
Yes, you all right, mate?
But first, police need to find him.
Uniform Quebec 568 VK. We've got an aggravated burglary where we've identified a suspect. We believe he's at an address with his girlfriend. Lovely. Right, let's do this. So we're currently heading to an address just outside the city centre. This address has been identified by our intelligence unit as the most likely address that he's going to be. The nature of the offence that we want to speak to him about is a violent one and is a serious one. If he's there, he'll be arrested. We'll see what he has to say and try and create a picture of what we think happened last night.
Hi, you're right there. Looking for Aaron McIntosh. Is he in?
You
can come in.
do you wanna come
Yeah?
in? Aaron? Is it here for you?
Aaron.
Yeah.
You're under arrest
What's
on
going
suspicion of aggravated burglary. You don't have to say anything back. Armed your defence if you don't mention when questioned something you later on in court. Anything you do say may become evidence, okay?
McIntosh will be taken to custody.
When you're finished the search, could you send me a photograph of the search book? Is that right? Cheers, mate.
Whilst officers search the address.
Is this your phone? Aaron's phone. Was it bad?
Yep.
Any evidence they find linking him to the crime scene
Oh my god.
will help stack the cards in their favour.
Yes. There's a jacket, I think.
The jacket appears to match the one McIntosh was seen wearing on the night of the attack.
There you go.
Could this be another piece of the jigsaw that puts him firmly at the scene of the crime?
Okay, I see that.
With Aaron McIntosh in custody, the detectives have 24 hours to make a charge or release him. Not only do they need to prove his involvement in the burglary,
He's on there as a suspect, so yeah, he's linked, and that's for the aggravated burglary.
it's their only chance of uncovering the identity of his two violent accomplices, still on the loose. So they need strong cards to play when they confront him face to face.
He doesn't want a solicitor, he's refused that, so what we really want to cover is his associations with the two other suspects. Who are they? How does he know them? And then the mobile phone that we seized during the search, is there a PIN code on it? Is he prepared to give us the PIN code? But yeah, so that's the plan. We'll see what he says, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Phone can be really useful for us. There may be communication on there with our other suspects. So it's really important that we do get access to it. People live their lives on their mobile phones these days. Hello, Sarge.
Hello.
Can we have him for interview, if that's all right?
But Aaron McIntosh could just refuse to say anything and make it as hard as he can for the detectives to prove he took part in the attack.
Aaron is clearly at the scene of that incident. We can see him from the CCTV, so he's going to really struggle to tell us that he's not present. Suspects will often try and think of a story to minimise their involvement. I would imagine he would be looking at a minimum of 10 years. He can't get out of what he's done, but he might be able to reduce what he's done.
Aaron, you're here today because we have recovered CCTV footage of an aggravated burglary, and you match the description of one of the suspects. Can you please tell me everything you know about this incident?
I owed some drug dealers some money.
Yeah.
And they dragged me along with them to go and do something I didn't want to do.
Okay, so first of all, tell me who dragged you along. Who are these blokes?
I can't say any names. So I fear for my life, my family. They're dangerous people, so.
Can you tell me where you met these blokes?
I am money, and I bumped into him. And yeah, they jumped in my car. And then they said that they need taken somewhere, and obviously that's where we ended up. I didn't even want to go in, didn't want to do any of it.
So, tell me what happened there when you pulled up to the address.
And I didn't know what they're doing. Apparently they were going to get a debt at first that was owed to them.
Right.
And their baseball bat, and they made me get out of the car and made me go in there. I just didn't want to be part of it. I was forced to.
So?
No choice. And they're dangerous people. I know what they've done before.
Did you or the other two leave with any drugs? Did you find any drugs?
No, not find anything.
You don't know that far.
I haven't got a clue who they are.
So, we searched your dress after you were arrested.
Yeah.
We found a mobile phone down the side of the sofa. Is that your mobile phone?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Are you prepared to tell me what the pin is?
No. There's pictures on there.
I think in that case, I'll conclude the interview.
McIntosh may have made a surprise confession, but his version of events doesn't wash with Craig.
He refuses to provide the PIN for his phone. He says the reason he won't is because there's intimate photographs on there. I would suggest there is going to be some text messages on there which will lead us to these suspects. Lovely. All right. No sweat. See you soon, Skip. Bye. So I just spoke to the sergeant. They're going to keep him in overnight whilst they conduct some other inquiries. We've got 24 hours to hold him whilst inquiries are ongoing.
Aaron could be telling us the truth, and he could have been forced to do this crime. It does happen, but at the same time, he could absolutely be lying to us to try and minimise his involvement, to get a minimum sentence. We have to separate the truth from the lies and disprove or prove his version of events.
McIntosh could be leading the detectives up a blind alley, but they've received an anonymous tip-off.
Right, Brandon, should we just go have a chat out the back about this one?
Aaron McIntosh was spotted in a pub just hours before the attack.
This is the footage based upon the tip-off around Aaron being in that location.
Drinking with a known offender, Paul McCall.
See Aaron, and then there's this other chap here. We've been told he was with someone called Paul. Looking at this person, the clothing he's wearing seems to be quite distinct. He's got a distinctive line down the front of it. It's very, very similar to what's been shown in the CCTV from the address. I've had a look at his previous convictions, mainly drug offences, which is, I think is quite key to this, because when the person's smashing the door in, the question is, where are the drugs? So that may indicate that that could be a motivation here. He's also got convictions for a weapons offence. Yeah. I'm confident to say Paul McCall is going to be our second suspect.
Officers head out immediately to arrest Paul McCall before news that the police are closing in sends him underground.
Hi guys, thanks for coming in.
Whilst back at the station, Simon meets with the victims of the violent attack.
So obviously just got you back here today just to take another statement from you.
If this is a case of mistaken identity, a witness statement could provide key evidence against the suspects.
The suspects' motives and reasons for going to that address are definitely a mystery at the moment. But based on what they're shouting, whether they've got the right address or not, it shows their intent, and that's the evidence that we need and will use to get the conviction. One thing I don't think we covered is obviously the audio of the CCTV. They're shouting about where are the drugs quite a lot. What was your sort of reaction to hearing
What are they talking about?
Okay.
I was more concerned with them coming in and hitting us, and that's just then all hell broke loose.
Yeah, I absolutely understand.
And I don't care what the hell they were after. I just wanted to stop them, you know. And I didn't have a clue what was going on.
So you got no idea what they were talking about, why they'd be shouting about drugs in our house?
No. This sort of thing you see in movies, but not in real life. And you
Especially not in a little
never
village.
think that's going to happen to you. It's just incredible, really, why they would target us and it with such force.
So, just talk to me about how you think this has affected you.
Well, to start with, this not just me, it's affected my daughter as well. So
All of us, I think.
everyone really. I mean, you know, everyone's been affected. And with me, I used to love being in the lounge watching movies and things, but now it's like it's kind of frightening. It's not like it used to be a place of relaxation. You still have that thought, could someone else come? And the glass coming through, I keep seeing the glass come through, and that's a horrendous thought that's just trapped in my mind, and I think it'll take me a long while to shed this.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
No worries. That's
Thank
fine.
you.
No worries.
As a detective, when we speak to our victims and we can really see what impact that has on them, that is what makes you want to do the job and you want to get justice for those people. And we will investigate that to the best of our ability to make sure that those people get locked up and those victims get justice.
With no strong evidence from the traumatised victims, arresting the second suspect, Paul McCall, could be the key to cracking this complex case.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of aggravated burglary. Do not say anything but it may harm defence. Do not mention one question, something which you later on in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence, okay?
With McCall on his way to custody,
We'll do the upstairs first, and then we'll come down.
officers search for evidence to build their case against him.
There's a phone upstairs underneath one of the pillows in charge.
In the main bedroom.
That's where the phone is.
Okay. It's a Hawaii phone.
And in the bedroom,
It's a zip up on it. Black zip up.
they strike lucky.
So that's it, really, isn't it?
That is, yeah.
Now, detectives have 2 of the 3 men wanted for the violent burglary.
Good work. If you could just get the summary.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Written up.
But with the custody clock nearly up for Aaron McIntosh, they've only got one more chance to confront him in interview, or let him go.
So we've got quite a clear view of McIntosh entering by himself.
Suspicious of his claims of being forced into the burglary in fear of his life, Detective Brandon Rees has been trawling through the pub's CCTV, showing the 2 detained suspects together, hours before the attack.
We can see our other man, McCall. McIntosh directly goes towards him as though knowing him. They're both at the bar, and you've got McIntosh sat next to him, looking quite cheery. He's got his arm around him, messing his hair about.
So friendly?
Yeah, very friendly. He doesn't look like someone he's afraid of, and he definitely is someone that he knows. I mean, we can't hear what they're talking about, but they do leave together. So he's clearly not someone who's afraid of him.
The CCTV leaves McIntosh's account of the night of the crime in shreds.
That's... You can't say you're scared of someone when you're like that with them in a pub a couple of hours beforehand. How can you explain 1 minute being very friendly, clearly in the CCTV, to the next minute saying you fear for your life and being forced to do something you didn't want to do?
This new evidence could be McIntosh's downfall.
Could we have Aaron for interview, please?
I'll go and get him.
Thank you, that's appreciated.
Now, detectives are ready to confront him with his lies.
We now have information he doesn't know we have. I don't want him to know we have that information until I get further information from him. It strengthens our case, him telling us more lies, because then we can prove the fact he's lying. He's had the opportunity twice to tell us the truth, and he's lied and lied and lied until he's got to the point where he's sinned the evidence and he can't lie anymore.
Take a seat in the corner for me, mate.
So, during your interview yesterday, you said they dragged you along to the burglary.
Yeah.
Tell me about the pub.
What about it?
Pardon?
What about it?
When was the last time you went there?
That day, I think.
Okay, tell me about a male named Paul McCall.
Yeah, he's one of my friends.
Was Paul one of the other males to go to the address?
No.
Did he make you do this?
No.
What was his involvement in the burglary?
Wasn't there. As far as I'm aware.
So we've got some CCTV from the pub.
I've had enough of these fucking stupid questions, to be honest with you. I've said all I've got to say, so I shall go home.
The reason we're asking about this is because this is Paul in the pub. Really distinctive bit of clothing there. The issue we've got is you've said you're scared of these people.
Yeah.
But it would appear that here you're certainly not scared of this person.
It's not the same person.
It's not the same person. So if it's not Paul, was someone wearing Paul's top?
Probably got the same one. Proper clothing.
You seem quite confident that that's not Paul. Are you trying to protect Paul for any reason?
No, I'm kind. Not saying anything else, no.
Okay.
I've been through it all.
Okay. No worries then. And I shall conclude the interview. That was interesting. So he got quite agitated, especially once we put the CCTV to him. Well, I doubt he realised we'd have the footage of them in the pub, because you can claim duress by saying you were forced to do something, but when you then, the person you've claimed duress against is one of the people in the pub with you, it sort of undermines what you're saying. Aaron has banked rights. He's admitted his involvement in the burglary, so we need to go to CPS to get a charging decision. His lies aren't going to wash with a jury, so I think he'll get a custodial sentence for it.
McIntosh may have dug himself into a hole.
CPS have charged him, so we'll have to see whether he pleads guilty or not.
But accomplice, Paul McCall, is giving nothing away.
How'd you get on?
So McCall has been interviewed. He's got no comment to absolutely everything. And in reality, what we've got from McCall is clothing matching clothing from CCTV. We haven't got anything hard evidence to say that that person is him. We want more in order for a conviction, really, for Paul McCall, I'd say.
Yeah.
What we now need is we need a golden nugget, just a little bit of evidence, just enough to what we can secure a charge against him.
Detectives may have reached a dead end with McCall.
Okay, so you've got an update on the third suspect.
But they have received a tip-off from an informant about the mystery third suspect.
He lives in a similar area to one of the other males, and he's been involved in possession of a knife recently. He's got some investigations in relation to some possession of drugs. Clearly, the motivation for the burglary appears to have been drugs. So Joe Cornford is the third male that we're potentially looking at now. The clothing that's quite distinctive again. It looks like he's got a Canada Goose jacket. If we can get those, they help link him to the scene and then interview him, see what he's got to say. He's less clear-cut than the other two because we can't put them together yet.
Could Joe Cornford be the final piece of the jigsaw? Officers head out to arrest him before he gets wind of the tip-off and goes on the run.
Sit down. This is as close as we're getting. Hello, it's Norfolk Police here. Are you right just to let us in quickly? Cover that, just make sure no one comes flying out there. Hello, madam. We're looking for Joe Cornford.
He's my son.
He's not here at the moment, is he?
No, he's not.
I'm all right just to have a quick check around your house and make sure he's not there. We'll just do a very quick check and we'll be out of your hair before you even notice. All right? We'll just go check that room and then we'll get out, all right? Yeah. Check that cupboard, mate. Who's this in there? Oh, mate, you all right?
It's Joe.
That's Joe.
He's there, yeah.
Joe, you're all right. Currently under arrest for aggravated burglary in a dwelling, so you don't have to say anything, but may on defence. If you do not mention one question to me later on in the court, anything you do say may be given evidence. All right? I'm just going to place some handcuffs off you. We'll get you all stood up and whatnot, all right? The necessity of arrest is for you to be interviewed and for searches to take place, all right? So we'll have to search the property, all right? All right. Have you got a phone? No. No? All right, no. I appreciate it, but we're giving you a bit of slack.
No, that is fine. I'm giving no sense to this, mate.
No silly business, go on.
Fucking, I've not got no sense to this. I do not want the fucking, please. Come on, do not want the fucking...
Come on, don't stop being stupid. We're giving you nothing but slack, to be fair.
Slack, yeah? Well, you got to fucking watch me, eh? I really want to see you off, do I, dickhead?
Come on, Joe. Don't be silly now.
You're silly, I don't want to fucking...
Don't make a big song and dance about it, just get in the car. Jacob, keep an eye on him, mate. Yeah.
With Cornford in cuffs, officers need to secure the scene before any evidence goes missing.
Yes, we've got multiple family members here and I think they're aware of what's going on, knew this was coming. I'm not happy that they won't try and dispose of property.
Simon and his team focus on finding Cornford's phone and the distinctive jacket seen in the CCTV of the attack.
What is clothing what we're looking for? It's a Canada Goose logo.
But there's no sign of either.
That was quite a small one, wasn't it?
There's no grade.
You all done?
It's a major setback for the investigation.
Negative. It's a shame.
Without Cornford's phone, detectives will struggle to build a connection between him and the two other suspects.
We didn't locate the jacket. It's not perfect, but we obviously are missing a big piece of the picture with not being able to get hold of his physical phone.
But Simon suspects foul play.
This is when Cornford gets arrested and there's a phone down here. So you'll see it here, down here, and then when he sits up, the blanket goes over it. When we searched the bedroom, there's no sign of the phone. And so it looks like someone in the address has moved it in between him getting arrested and us getting there to search.
Joe will know he's concealed that device from us. Now, he's probably feeling quite pleased with himself, and he knows that's going to put us on the back foot. We're going to have to work harder to be able to prove his involvement.
Missing key evidence, detectives head into interview with Cornford.
Yeah, on this way.
Without an ace up their sleeve.
He'll be waiting to see what we've got. The most likely outcome at this stage is to answer no comment. He doesn't implicate himself in anything, and then if the evidence isn't there, we're the ones that have to prove it at the end of the day.
The odds are currently in Cornford's favour because we haven't got anything specific linking him to that address or this incident at this time. So we're hoping that he's going to trip himself up and give us some information that we're not aware of currently.
So Joe, you're here today because we have recovered CCTV footage of an aggravated burglary. Tell me everything you know about this incident.
No comment.
Okay. Who were you with on those dates and times?
No comment.
So, do you know the family?
NC?
Did you and Aaron McIntosh and Paul McCall enter this address without permission to assault the occupants and steal items from within?
NC.
Do you own a mobile phone?
NC.
And where is this phone?
NC.
And did you get rid of this phone on purpose?
NC, 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 and NC.
Okay. This is your opportunity to tell us.
Yep, I'm well aware of what you're saying. I'm well aware how you're trying to twist it, but yeah, NC.
I'm not trying to twist anything. Do you owe Aaron McIntosh or Paul McCall any favours?
NC.
So Cornford's been bailed, which is frustrating. We've not been able to meet the threshold test to get him charged and remanded at this time. So we need a key piece of evidence now to come to light. Otherwise, there is a chance that he may well walk from this. There's nothing more frustrating as a detective to know someone is guilty of something but not having enough evidence to be able to actually charge them with that and get justice for those victims.
Detectives have hit a brick wall with Cornford. And with no new evidence against Paul McCall, he too could walk free. Vital evidence could be hidden in McCall's phone, but neither he nor his drinking buddy, McIntosh, will reveal their PIN numbers.
These suspects know the tactics that we use, and they know that their phones are a track of every move that they make.
So Simon needs to get one step ahead of the game.
So this is the CCTV from the pub.
Yeah.
This is the patio area, and Aaron comes out for a cigarette.
It's literally perfectly placed.
Yeah.
He couldn't have stood in a better position for us to have done.
Perfect angle and everything. The one for Paul basically comes over and gets his phone from here, I think, and turns around, and then you just see him start to put it in.
Again, that is literally the perfect position.
I think I've worked out their PIN numbers. It's taken us probably weeks, months ahead in our investigation and saved thousands of pounds in terms of cracking the codes, so...
Yeah, no, that's a really good result. That's brilliant.
Struck gold.
The phones will be sent away for detailed analysis. But cracking the PIN numbers allows Ryan to quickly check for any evidence against the suspects. Straight away, he spots a message between McIntosh and a friend.
You can see that they've had an argument where it says, "You selfishly done what you always do. You've gone out and potentially destroyed the lives of that family. An innocent woman, and God knows who else, will be traumatised by men coming into their home. You and Paul are wrong, and soon you'll be named and shamed, and it's fucking awful. I can't stand by your side anymore." So I appreciate it hasn't got Paul's surname, but with everything that amounts to it, that's strong that it was him and Paul.
With new evidence that Paul McCall took part in the vicious attack, detectives finally have the upper hand.
So the evidence is stacking up against Paul. We've put him in the pub with Aaron McIntosh, who has admitted the offence. We've seized the clothing he was wearing in the pub, and now his name's been mentioned directly in relation to the burglary. Paul's had his chance to account for his whereabouts in an interview, and he didn't give us another alibi. And now we've got enough to charge him, so now it's 2 down and 1 to go.
Desperate for new leads, Simon has used Cornford's bank statements to place him in a newsagent's on the day of the attack.
We're basically going to try and find out whether we've got the suspect on CCTV earlier in the day. Ideally, if he was in company with the other 2 suspects, helps form a link between them, because we can already put them at the scene. And if he's wearing the clothing of the 3rd suspect from the CCTV at the scene would be ideal. So that's a Canada Goose jacket that he was wearing, which we haven't found at his address. So if he's wearing that, that all helps piece it all together. It's frustrating because I believe that he is the 3rd suspect, but we have to be led by the evidence. We need a breakthrough soon and something that will take the investigation further forward.
Simon gets hold of the in-store CCTV, but will it bring him any closer to proving Joe Cornford's guilt?
How's things?
Yeah, all right, thanks.
This is CCTV from the shop, and it shows Cornford going in, getting some items and paying with his bank card. So we're able to see what clothing he's wearing. You can see that he's got the distinctive Canada Goose jacket on there as well. So that's both the items that we could see in the burglary. This is approximately 4.5 hours before the aggravated burglary. And he's wearing exactly the same clothing as the suspect that's still outstanding, so helps piece it together. It's circumstantial evidence, but it's better.
The CCTV gives Simon a stronger hand, but it's still not enough to warrant a second arrest.
He's going to have to work really hard to convince us that that wasn't him at the scene. We just need that further bit of evidence to really strengthen our case to link him to the scene or link him to the suspects.
Forensics remain the best hope of turning the tables on Joe Cornford. But having concealed his phone from police, detectives are struggling to build a connection between him and the 2 other suspects.
Okay, so this document has just been sent across to me from the PDIs.
But forensic tests from Aaron McIntosh's phone have been fast-tracked.
And that shows a couple of deleted calls that are on Aaron McIntosh's phone.
Could this data be the silver bullet Simon's been looking for?
One that's an hour before the incident and one that's 45 minutes before the incident, and they're both to the number that we believe Joe Cornford was using. So it's really good, and this helps us link Cornford to the incident as well. We've got enough evidence to really go and get him, and I think we've probably got enough for a charging decision. So I think that's the plan of action, and we'll go and track him down. He has bail conditions to be after 7 o'clock at night, so he should be there. So we're going to go there, try and get him arrested. If it's like it was last time, we'll...
He needs to be whisked away, doesn't he? He needs to be whisked away nice and quick.
Right, you 2 go first and then get round the back before we knock. Hello, it's the police.
Hello.
Is Joe here?
Yeah.
Can we just come and speak to him? You alright? Is he in his bedroom?
Joe! What? The police are there!
I'm not coming. Who's that?
It's police, mate. Joe. You know the aggravated burglary you're on bail for?
Yeah.
Yes, there's been some further evidence gathered against your case. At this moment, I'm rearresting you on suspicion of aggravated burglary, so you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you don't mention one question something you later rely in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Can I have your hands, please?
Absolutely ridiculous.
We've got Joe.
With Cornford back in custody, This is Simon's last chance to prove his involvement in the violent burglary.
Yeah, that's fine. That's understood.
Last time detectives confronted him in the interview room, he had the upper hand.
So last time he was in custody, he clearly tried to give the impression that he wasn't sort of interested a little bit in the interview and wasn't listening necessarily to the questions.
Have the cards now turned in their favour?
So 2 officers have gone up there to interview him at custody now. We'll start with putting everything we did to him in the first interview and then gradually start to reveal the further evidence that we've got against him. The fact that we now know he's had phone calls from McIntosh, put those things together, it starts to ramp up the pressure a little bit on him.
Right. So on the 18th, the 2nd, 2022, at 23:30 hours, the number we have linked to you is called by Aaron McIntosh, who was at the burglary. Why did he call you?
NC.
So McIntosh has accepted that he was at the burglary. Why would he call you at this time of night, shortly before he was going to commit an aggravated burglary?
NC.
This is really poignant. A male wearing the same clothing that you were seen in just 4 hours earlier is at the burglary. One of the other males who confirms he was at the burglary has contacted you twice within an hour of the offence. Again, Joe, what's the explanation here?
No comment.
Okay. The time is now 12:54. I've got no other questions and I'll be stopping you there.
This time, going no comment won't be enough to get Cornford off the hook.
Excellent news. CPS have charged Joe Cornford now, so that's 3 out of 3.
That is a result. That is really, really good, mate. To get all those 3 in such quick succession, that is tip top.
Good little job. The victims were really lucky that they got away with minor injuries. It could have been much more serious. I feel a responsibility to the victims, so it's really satisfying when you can get them justice.
Next time.
Someone's been in and burgled the house. They've taken jewellery.
We're going to hotfoot it over there and see if we find him.
Go, go, go. Strike, strike.
I'm getting sick to death of him.
So are you telling me that you didn't burgle any of these properties?
No.